Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of ChitChat Takeout. I'm your host, ZenPho.
I'm Meg.
And this week we're going to be talking about Meg's newest favorite TV show, WandaVision.
I don't consider it my newest favorite show.
It's your favorite show. Come on.
No, it was a good show, but I don't consider it like my absolute favorite show. I've had favorite shows before. Avatar: The Last Airbender. But but yeah, it definitely was a good show for, what 2020 brought us of not able to go into a movie theater and watch it and whatnot. I know we talked about WandaVision on the podcast before.
Right, but Meg had the idea she wanted to do an episode based around it.
Yeah, because we're gonna be doing a project here soon, and I thought this would be a nice little introduction to that project. Hopefully
Right.
we'll have a video out soon for it. So
Yes, this week.
yes, that means you gotta get your ball rolling.
I gotta get a lot of things rolling because I wanted to have other stuff done this week, too. Lots of work to do.
Yes, a lot.
On both ends.
Yes, we have a lot of work to do, and we still have day jobs to go to. So, but
Well, you have a day job. I have a night job.
you know what I meant.
So, no. You got to use the right vernacular.
So yeah, so what do you give a rating of WandaVision, that seeming that we watched it right before we would do the podcast on Friday nights?
4.5.
See, I give it a 6. I gave it a 7, or actually an 8, up to the point of episode 4 when they went back to explain some of the sword stuff.
Right.
Oh, by the way, heavy spoilers for WandaVision if you have not watched it yet.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you can put a big spoiler tag at
Yep.
the beginning of this.
You.
I will design it if you need me to.
Nah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I given it about a 7 or 8 by the time episode 4 came out, because there was a lot of mystery of what was going on, and I enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun in trying to figure out, okay, what was going on in each episode, what were the, who's the big baddie, who's in the, what's the biggest situation going on, and then when they started implementing the present day stuff into there, that was when I started getting slightly bored with the show.
Right. See, it's hard to pinpoint what my issue with it actually was. I thought it was fine for a Marvel TV show.
Right.
But I think other Marvel TV shows did better.
See,
and were canceled way before they should have. Yeah, Netflix, Disney, fucking you get two, need to work that shit out. I want my next season of Iron Fist.
Well, and I think that this was the first MCU show to come out. Every other, iteration of the MCU has been, a 2-hour, maybe 3-hour long movie. And of course, we couldn't have movies out this year due to COVID.
No, Disney has the platform to put the movies out. They just want to charge you $40 and
yeah.
Like Mulan, which, by the way, not worth
the
price of Disney
Plus.
It's
not even worth the price of Disney Plus. And they just came up with a new movie called Raya, The Last Dragon, and I kind of want to see it, but I'm also not willing to pay that $30 price tag again. Or ever, actually.
I was going to say, we didn't pay it last time.
No, we waited until December.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah, so.
Because I would have been pissed if that's what I paid to see.
Right.
It's not like the $8 freaking ticket.
Right.
I could deal with an $8 ticket.
And it's weird because they put Soul out for free on Christmas Day. And I thought that was kind of interesting, but Soul was a fully animated movie,
Right.
And that was 10 times better than Mulan. That doesn't even truly make sense. So I guess I'm kind of glad they went on this platform of doing TV shows, and someone did point out that the special effects in WandaVision isn't really that good. They just blew her up a couple times of lights and stuff, but it wasn't actually good special effects of like you get in like Infinity War or Endgame.
No, but I'm also not a special effects artist, so that
No,
doesn't really bother me at all.
I mean they did it. So the biggest meme that we had at the Mandalorian was that Luke Skywalker didn't look like Luke Skywalker at the end. Sorry, another spoiler warning for Mandalorian. Um,
Insert tag before all this.
right. So, um, yeah, so that was the biggest thing that people didn't like, that Luke Skywalker somewhat didn't look like Luke Skywalker and Mandalorian, which I can get. Like,
Wasn't it a completely different actor?
so they did a deep fake of Mark Hamill.
Okay.
So they took old footage. So yes, they used a stuntman. I know I talk with my hands.
You don't have to acknowledge it though. This is more cutting that you have to do.
I'm keeping this in. I talk with my hands. You're gonna have to deal with it.
You can talk with your other hand. Don't talk with the hand that's on the table.
I talk with
Or take
both
it off the
hands.
table.
Both hands will talk.
Then take it off the table.
I can't because this is my resting arm too.
Well, figure it out.
So back to the the Mandalorian. They use a stunt actor or a lookalike as Luke Skywalker, and then they did the special effects of Mark Hamill as he over the guy's face.
Right, which, yeah, obviously that's not going to come out perfect.
Right.
It's not.
So
Have you ever seen freaking porn with the deep fakes? They never look like the actual person. Fucking, you people should be used to this by
right.
now.
And Core Digital actually did a really good job of like replacing the previous iteration of the show and did their own deepfake, which they had been doing deepfakes with like Tom Cruise and the other thing. And I think it's super cool that they've been doing that kind of stuff. Anyways, what I was saying about special effects, yes, I understand it's a TV show. It's so they have a smaller budget to do special effects in versus doing a 3-hour, 2-hour movie. But I think they did a good job for what they had because they actually brought in producers from old television shows to show them what it used to look like. Like, they used specialized cameras that captured that look of different TV shows and stuff. And you could tell in one episode the aspect ratio changed to the MCU aspect ratio.
Right. Well, that was kind of the whole niche
Right.
of the
And
show.
I think that was kind of cool is that they did that. But that was pretty much it. I like that in the mysteries that they were trying to implement before episode 4 and then everything of the different eras of television shows to, up to the 50s to the 2000s.
Right. See, at this point, part of me is just done with Marvel in general. They've been beating a dead horse, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. They're trying to, reboot and
right.
all that. But
now that we enter phase 4 of the MCU, I think they're trying to figure out how do we come back from Endgame and Infinity War. Because those were the biggest...
Well, this is why in the comics, there were different iterations.
Mm-hmm.
There are different Marvel universes. Right. And for some, you can use the same actor. Like, they rebooted Peter Parker's Spider-Man God knows how many times. Right.
And that's the thing that they're talking about in the next Spider-Man movie. They're thinking of bringing Tobey Maguire and the other guy, Andrew Garfield, to bring back into for the new Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland.
Oh.
as, a Into the Spider-Verse
Right, just like
situation.
alternate universe
Right.
Spider-Mans. Didn't they already do something like that?
So that was a Sony production. That wasn't a Disney production. That did the Into the Spider-Verse
Right.
situation, which that was a really good movie.
That was. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I would just watch it again just for the looks of it. I
Right.
think it's super
Oh,
cool.
that was my big thing with it. I love the art style that
Right.
they used for it. It was that very, like, cartoony, but
Right, and I love that it
almost like a retro 80s style to it.
And also about it too, it wasn't connected to the MCU, so I was more intrigued with it because I didn't have to think about all the other lore in all the other movies.
Right. They weren't trying to make, a extended universe, really. It was,
Right.
hey, this is its own thing, and it turned out fucking great.
Right. And you didn't have to think about, like, oh, what is this superhero doing right now? You're like, Miles Morales. Oh, okay, he's from the comics. Like,
Yeah.
this is just a new iteration of him in this movie.
And that's part of my issue with the whole MCU lineup. The Avengers were their own thing in the comics. They had, different people would join and leave and do whatever. But there was never a question of, well, why isn't this superhero here?
Right.
Like in WandaVision, I was always questioning, why is nobody called Doctor Strange in?
That was the biggest question that a lot of people had said. Why didn't nobody else get involved with this? It was such a big thing that even, like, the FBI, that's not even part of, like, the supernatural bullshit, was involved with it.
Right. And yeah, so like I said, the other one of the most powerful superheroes you have, probably who's on friends with Wanda, who knows Wanda, call him in, maybe. Just somebody pick up the phone.
And there was a whole section about Bart at the end of Endgame or Hawkeye, where he's talking to Wanda and he's like, we're never gonna get them back. He's referring to Black Widow and Vision, and she was completely understanding of that. And now that I watch WandaVision and then rewatch Endgame after I watch WandaVision, doesn't bring the same.
Right, it's almost like it was a forced narrative on it.
So, I don't know, like, I prefer that they would. Yeah, I wish somebody had come in and been like, I'm here to somewhat save the day. Here we go.
Right, and they almost made it seem like Kong, whatever the fuck his name was gonna play a bigger role in it with the introduction
he didn't.
of the
He
White
was just
Vision.
kind of arrested.
Well, no, I don't even know if that was him.
Right.
Like, that was just some dude, but they used his story arc from the comics for it. Right. Or part of his story arc.
And I guess I understand what Marvel was trying to do. They were trying to bring in red herrings of, Mephisto coming in and whatnot. Because that was the biggest thing that everybody had the lore about, was that Mephisto's gonna show up any minute, and he's been working with Agnes on this whole thing, and that.
But again, those super powerful beings, Doctor Strange has already shown that you can defeat them with a fucking time loop.
And I'm sorry, I think I would have liked it if Mephisto had just showed up and then Doctor Strange showed up because he got some type of lead on Mephisto. I think you would have enjoyed the show a little bit better if it was like that.
But again, that's just my big, like, they are the guardians against supernatural forces.
Yeah.
There is a freaking town that has disappeared behind a freaking barrier, a magical barrier. Why were they not investigating this?
They're in New Jersey. The fucking magician's place is in New York.
Right. They weren't that fucking far away. Like, he should have been there, or at least had an apprentice or something go and fucking investigate.
Yeah.
Like, even just a cameo of somebody, or what's his name? Doctor Strange's buddy there.
Woo.
Woo, yeah. Just
Yeah.
like have him show up for 5 minutes and be like,
No.
Wong, yeah.
Wu is the investigator, and
Wong.
Juan is the magician
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Just have him show up.
Or even the guy who stepped away from the magicians there. I wouldn't even mind that because I've been like, ooh, is he plotting something of?
I think he is gonna show up in the new Strange movie. He's got to. That was because from my understanding, he did become a dark magician. For lack of a
that's
better term.
what they were kind of leading on, that he was gonna become some.
Holy shit! They're gonna tie it in with Yu-Gi-Oh. It's
What?
officially canon, folks. Disney is buying Yu-Gi-Oh, and they're making them part of the MCU. That's the Dark Magician's origin story.
That's actually not a bad theory.
I have had worse.
Yeah, that's very true. I don't know. And then the whole Pedro incident of bringing back the X-Men actor, like, I had so many questions of like, why you actually are here? Like, are you gonna be some like Magneto cameo here?
No, he's just some dude named Boner that happens to look like Pedro.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
X-Men's Pedro.
And that was so weird because they didn't explain who the secret witness, the witness in custody was. That was how the FBI got involved. Was there was some witness that was in the protection program
that went missing
in Westview.
Yeah.
And we never found out who that was.
Maybe it was Boner.
It could have been Boner. It could have also been the infamous male guy that kept showing up every 15 seconds.
Or it could have been some character that was never introduced.
Right.
And just has nothing to do with anything going on.
But that was my thing, is like, you were trying to lead this like male guy to be some special character, and he's just some underling of Agatha's. Like, I was like, what? Like, why are you not doing something with him? Do something.
Yeah, I got no idea.
Right. Like, why was he such a cameo in every fucking episode? That doesn't even make any sense.
I don't know. Like I said, I think the show was fine for what it was. Mm-hmm. I don't think it did anything to forward the plot of the MCU.
No,
really.
I don't think so either.
I mean, there's now the chance that stuff can happen, but it wasn't like, it didn't do anything grand for the story arc.
I think the only thing it like brought in light was White Vision, which I think it was to bring back Vision into the fold.
Yeah, that's.
But then have the actual Scarlet Witch. I think that was the biggest thing, was that they're like, we didn't actually say what Wanda was. We just called her Wanda. We didn't actually call her the Scarlet Witch, which everybody knew she was already the Scarlet Witch. And this is what the show was implementing, was to say, hey, we have now the Scarlet Witch.
Right, which then begs the question, is she going to become a villain?
Right.
Like she did in the X-Men series? Or is she going to be a good guy still?
Mm-hmm.
And again, why would she go evil just because Vision died? Like that?
Right. And now she's on this hunt of trying to find her kids in the multiverse.
Right. Well, that makes sense, because in the actual comics, that's where she pulled them from, was the multiverse. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think it made any huge developments. It wasn't. Right.
I think, so the only other thing that was released after Endgame was Into this, Far From Home?
Oh, I thought it was Homecoming.
No, Homecoming was the first one.
Homecoming was the first one. Might have been Far From Home.
Far From Home was the one before that. Was saying that Iron Man is dead. Dead. And that, I know, you have other thoughts about that.
I just don't think they wanted to keep paying RDJ.
So my theory, and ZenPho knows this, is I think they might bring RDJ back as a AI and maybe just have him doing voice acting instead of just having him appeared on screen.
Could be, or they could be doing the Iron Spider series,
Right.
which essentially is Spider-Man becomes Iron Man.
And then the other thing I thought about is Rescue because of Pepper actually becoming Rescue and in the fight there, and
Right, but
I wouldn't want their daughter to become Rescue.
right, but they're really, at least to my knowledge, I'd never really followed it, but there isn't really much source material for Rescue. It was just kind of
No.
you know, shot in the dark thing.
The only thing I know of is a TV show that was on Disney XD that was called Iron Man or the Avengers of Iron Man or something like that. And Rescue Pepper was a huge part of the team with War Machine and Iron Man.
Right.
But this is also when Iron Man had several versions of his suit and all that. But he got rid of a lot of the version of his suit in the MCU in 3 when he got rid of them because of the street mess. This is why I know so much about the Iron Man lore.
I don't know. Yeah, that it is kind of weird that you kill off the character that started your entire franchise. Well, the one that made your entire franchise popular, because let's fucking face it, the Hulk movies were complete shit.
So, I actually did a little research. Apparently, Iron Man did come before The Incredible Hulk.
Did it?
Yeah.
Why was Hulk so shit? You had the fucking playbook, Disney. It was right there.
Right. You're just gonna get Mark Ruffalo sooner? Like, what was your whole stitch about that?
That's actually a good question. Why did they end up changing out the Hulk's actor?
I'm presuming he didn't want to come back after how shit the movie was.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I like Mark Ruffalo, but
I want to know why they never introduced like Ghost Rider or anything. I know there was a Ghost Rider in the freaking TV show Agents of Shield, but why did they never?
I don't think that's canon anymore.
It's not.
I don't think Agents of Shield is canon anymore. At least they're trying to sweep it under a rug, kind of like what they did with the.
Because at one point, was it the
canon.
second Avengers movie or the first Avengers movie? If you did not watch the TV show, you'd have no second one because you'd have no idea how they got Loki's scepter.
It was the Age of Ultron that you wouldn't have no idea how that even got into their hands.
Yeah, without watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. first.
There were slight mentions of saying, oh, ever since Hydra took over S.H.I.E.L.D., which you had learned that in
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, you also will learn that in Winter Soldier. That was how that all started, was when Winter Soldier was the catalyst for that.
Right, but I thought Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did it first, where they... Yeah, because they had, what's his name? The first bad guy who used to be part of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. team.
Oh, Ward?
Yeah, they had him, who was a Hydra member, who...
Right, but according to MC lore, if you're taking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. out of the equation, Winter Soldier was the catalyst for Hydra taking over S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right, but if you keep Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in, then it was well known that...
Yeah, I see what you're saying now.
But also the issue with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., again, they're S.H.I.E.L.D., the Avengers were part of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck were the Avengers when all this was going on? Like, you call up Captain America and be like, hey, Hydra's back. He's going to come fucking running.
Right.
Chances are he's going to drag frickin' Tony and everyone else along with him.
Oh, crap. I just realized I'm going to probably have to watch Winter Soldier now because I am going to watch the new Falcon and Winter Soldier show when it comes out.
Is he still Falcon, though? Or is he now Captain America?
So the show is called Falcon and Winter Soldier. That is what the name of the show is. It is not called, Captain America and all of that.
That's because they already had a Captain America, the Winter
Right.
Soldier.
So, what I have seen in trailers, I have not seen the Shield yet. Because I know they were talking about doing some weird show with Steve Rogers and Peggy and their timeline.
So like a sitcom drama type deal.
Kind of like a secret organization thing. Like, I think they're trying to bring Agent Carter back, which was a show on ABC for a while.
Right.
But I think they're trying to put Steve Rogers into it this time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if that's something I'd watch. I might. I mean, I've been watching Mindhunters lately. Those kind of shows kind of intrigue me.
But I'm not sure if that's 100%. I didn't see in the new MCU lineup that they have. So I don't know if that's 100%. I know they're trying to go down the route of bringing in some of the younger blood.
Right, to do the Young Avengers line. Right. And when their actors they have now start to get bored of it, they can...
Right, because I think that was their biggest issue when they ended Phase 3, was that a lot of their, 10-year contracts were going bye-bye, and that was some of their popular characters were going bye-bye.
Yeah, Iron Man's gone. I don't know, is Thor coming back? Or
Thor is coming back. He's coming in for Volume 3 of Galaxy, the Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Wow.
So they still have Thor. Vision is up in the air, whether or not he'll return to the full MCU.
Black Widow, the only thing that's in for her is her movie that hasn't been released yet.
Right. And then there's still the theory on that, was it actually Black Widow that died?
Right, because they're talking about face switching of her sister there.
Right, but then that even begs the question, well, okay, even if that wasn't the real Natasha Romanoff, she was still the Black Widow everyone knows. Like, it doesn't matter if there's another one still alive, she's a different person.
So, what I know is, from the theory that I heard, was that the mind switch happened after Age of Ultron.
So the other one would still be a different person then, it wouldn't
Right, because according to the lore, the reason why her hair is blonde in Infinity War and part of Endgame is because she was a naturally blonde person in... the sister was naturally blonde.
Right, but again, it's still... She's a different person now, so it doesn't matter if the other one...
Right, yeah, they don't need to hire Scarlett Johansson anymore.
Right. But no, my point is in the story, not the real life portion of it, but it wouldn't matter if Black Widow face swaps somebody. Because she is not the Black Widow that all the Avengers cared about at the end.
Right, it would only be the Black Widow they knew up to the Age of Ultron.
Right, but how much shit has gone down since then with a completely different person? Like, at that point, it's like, that's cool, you lied to us for fucking...
Actually, it might be after Winter Soldier, now when I think about it, but...
Either way?
No, actually, Winter Soldier happened before Age of Ultron. Never mind. I take it back.
It doesn't matter. Either way, it's going to be more of a, okay, so you just up and fucking abandon us then. Mm-hmm. You know, could have used you.
Right.
Kind of end of the world, finger snappy shit going on.
They think that she's with Fury right now, up in Space Shield there.
Then why not just give her a scroll?
Because maybe the mind switch already happened. The face switch already happened before.
I can't just give her a fucking scroll before the face switch. So much easier.
I don't know the exact theory of this, and I only heard rumors.
Or better yet, just be like, hey, not gonna be around for a while, guys. Sorry. Fucking go into space.
So I think that they're just trying to implement a way to bring Black Widow into the fold, and then
Without Scarlett Johansson.
right, and then they're
And
just
I think they're going about it a really shitty way.
and then with Hawkeye, they're training his daughter to become Hawkeye. That will be a new series that will be coming out, and then yeah, it's just Smart Hulk, which he's apparently getting his show of She-Hulk.
You know, that's a really fucked up aspect of the comics.
What?
They're cousins, Hulk and She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
They end up having a family. Like, they have fucking kids. And they're fucking cousins. Like, it's fucked.
Oh, I just thought of another thing, because there's going to be Love and Thunder, too. I think they're bringing a lot of the female blood into it, too, but...
Right, which... I have my...
I know, you have your...
I don't care that they want to bring in female heroes. I like that idea. What I don't like is forcing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it should be a natural thing. When it
Right.
feels like you're forcing something, you're not being... Fucking put quotations on screen here. Woke. You're being, you know, it's being stupid.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between, you know, accepting everybody and then
Right.
forcing something to happen. Like,
So that's the thing, and then they also got to think about Chad. I can't think of his last name right now. The guy who played Black Panther, because there was supposed to be a Black Panther 2 movie, which
yeah. Well, there was a Black Panther too.
No, there was only one Black Panther movie.
I thought they did do a sequel for
Nope.
that one. Oh.
Nope, they did not.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Infinity War.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking that
Which
took
was
place in
practically Black Panther 2.
Right.
But...
I was like, it took place all in Wakanda. What do you mean that wasn't Black? Oh yeah, that's right.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, which is sad.
Well, I mean, Sherry could technically take up that mantle.
So,
but she wasn't much of a fighter either. I know they had
No.
a scene where she was fighting, but she was a scientist, not so much.
yeah, she's more of a Tony situation.
Boseman, by the way. Chadwick Boseman was
Boseman.
his name.
For some reason, I thought it was like Braswick or something like that.
Nope, Chadwick Boseman.
So, but yeah, I'll be interested to see how they go about that, because there's been rumors that Sherry won't come back either. So,
All right, or maybe they just have to cancel the Black Panther altogether.
which that might be what they end up doing, or they'll just keep it so that they don't involve the royal family into their
Right, or just a complete reboot of the series,
Right.
which again is possible.
I
if not
don't
kind
think
of
so. I
insensitive.
think it's too mainstream.
I was
yeah.
gonna say that would just be insensitive at
Yeah.
this point.
I
The
think it's-
character that he made popular, just changing
Right.
it,
I
changing
think
the whole thing.
I think it's too mainstream for them to change it like that.
Well, I mean, they'll be bringing in Moon Knight supposedly, though they've been saying that for years now. I'm excited for that one.
I know you are.
I'm a huge Moon Knight fan, and I want to see if the MCU can do him justice.
Mm-hmm.
If he's even going to be technically part of the MCU, or are they going to do the fucking what the hell was their name? The Netflix ones.
The Defenders.
Yeah, are they going to do some bullshit
Right.
like that?
So I did see an article that some of the Defenders might be coming to Disney Plus. They do not know about that 100% yet. But by everybody, I mean everybody but Iron Fist.
Why not Iron Fist? Fucking hell, Disney. Yes, there were issues with the first season. But that got fixed in the second season. Like, they actually fucking fixed it. They left it on a really good story arc starting. Did you ever watch The Iron Fist?
No, I only watched Jessica Jones and the first season of that.
Oh.
You gotta wonder why I did that, huh?
No, I don't wonder. It's because it had fucking Doctor Who in it.
Yeah, it had David Tennant in it.
Yeah. But no, they ended it on what in the Iron Fist comics is an amazing fucking story arc, one of my favorites. And then they fucking canceled it. It's like, no, you could have done so much fucking good with that. You want to talk about fucking bringing in the female freaking actors? They had that chance with fucking, what's her name? I want to say Connie. I don't think her name was Connie, though. The Iron Fist's girlfriend. Anyway. Yeah, because guess what? She also had the Iron Fist power at the end of that season. Like, they could have been a kick-ass fucking Iron Fist team.
I only kind of want to try to hunt it down and watch it.
It's still on Netflix.
Is it still on Netflix?
Oh, yeah. All of them are still on.
I thought they took them away.
No, they're all still on Netflix.
Oh, well, I have to do my research more. But, all right, I think we're almost at that time.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know if this is copyrighted or not.
I don't think so. But yeah, so those were kind of our thoughts on the MCU at this point in time. Maybe we'll go down a Star Wars rabbit hole. That would be fun.
Oh dear God, that's like a mini series in its own right there. Could probably do a mini series on this. Just break it down.
Yeah.
Episode. So yeah,
we might do that for the special project that we are working on, if we ever get to that point.
That would be an entirely different. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about that.
All right.
But yeah, keep your eyes out. We will have an announcement later on this week.
And we do apologize for the late posting of last week's episode. That was not intentional nor planned.
No, it was not. Though it worked out.
Yes, it did.
But yeah, but this week I'm planning Wednesday. We'll have an announcement out for everything that's going to be going on. And thank you all for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments. What are your thoughts on the MCU? You know, what are your thoughts on WandaVision? Like it? Dislike it? How come? Let us know.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.